Good morning, everybody. Today is my third take on trying to make a video for my yoga. And today I would like to focus on perseverance. It's difficult for me to do these videos. However, I'm going to keep trying, and I know I'm going to get better each time. So that is the goal today, to work on perseverance and believing in ourselves. So today what I would like to do is to start with our breathing technique, which allows us to be grounded and be strong, allows us to wash everything else away. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to sit cross-legged. We are going to hold our belly in, shoulders down, reach with the crown of your head. You can put your hands on your hips this way, or you can also do this way to receive more energy. And we are going to breathe in through our nose, fill our chest, fill our belly. We're going to hold, and then we're going to breathe out from our belly, up through our chest, out through our mouth. And all of this should be audible. We should be able to hear it. And that will help us to make sure that we're doing it properly and it's as effective as possible. Okay, we're going to do 3 breaths. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Okay, go through again. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to come up into standing position, and we will start by raising our arms to the sky, fingers pointed. Really stretch those arms so your elbows are not bent. Hold your belly in, feet hip width apart. Really engage your legs, engage your arms, pull your hips forward, tuck them. And we're going to try a baby back bend here. And make sure your glutes and your thighs are contracted. Come on back, look up to the sky. Let's swan dive down, forward fold. If you aren't able to get all the way down, you can simply bend your knees, bring your chest and your chin to your thighs. Grab the back side of your legs if you can. Really let that head hang. Straighten as much as you can. Come halfway up. Straight, flat back. Put your hands forward. And come back into plank position. I like to do a few rocking back and forth here. I think it really helps to engage the core. Do that 5 times. Okay, move our hands palm width back. We're going to attempt chaturanga here. Come on down. Whoops, can't do it. Come up, upward facing dog. Really engage those glutes. I feel shaking in my abdomen. Stretch in my abdomen. Press to the sky. Come on back down to downward facing dog. Work on bringing that tailbone high. Pedal it out. Bring your heels to the floor if you're able. Feel a big stretch across the upper back. Arms really extended. Come on up to 3-legged dog. Left foot in the air. And sweep that left foot forward in between your hands. to warrior one, baby back bend. Really work on pushing those feet far apart from one another, getting into a deep lunge. You should feel the stretch in your right front of your thigh. Come deep, pull your feet apart. Into warrior two. Again, keeping those legs as outstretched as possible. Shoulders down. Feeling strong, looking over our left fingers. Turn around here. Okay, let's come into side angle. Again, trying to get our biggest lunge by leaning into that front left leg, feeling the stretch in the right thigh. Let's come down to triangle, twist at the waist, push that right shoulder back. Okay, let's come into extended side angle. We're going to straighten that front left leg. Okay, now we're going to do head to toe. Bring that right arm down. Bring the left arm to the outside of the left foot. And let's lean forward, bringing our head down as low as possible. Keeping both legs straight. Okay, let's bend that front leg again. Come on up to warrior one. And let's attempt to do toppling tree. We're gonna take that right foot forward a couple of times. We're gonna put our hands behind our back in yoga mudra arms. We're gonna straighten that left leg. We're gonna lean forward with our chest, really engage that right leg, and bring it up. Be balanced. And we did it. So we feel great. Now let's open up that chest. Really pulling down from our shoulders and our hands. And let's bring both feet to the front of the mat, hip width apart. Come to the other side again. Warrior one. No, we're not. We're going to do our arms up to the sky, baby back bend. Swan dive down into forward fold. Really hollow out that belly. Halfway up, flat back. Bring our hands down to the floor under our shoulders and walk back into plank position. Again, let's rock back and forth on those toes. You can do chaturanga, which I have a difficult time with, so I'm going to do knees, scoot our bum back, chest, chin, come forward, upward facing dog. Come back into downward facing dog. Pedal out our feet. Really lift that tailbone high. Bring your head deep in between your shoulders. Okay, let's come into three-legged dog, bringing that right foot up, bringing it through your hands as best we can, and coming up into warrior one. Again, let's really extend that lunge as deep as we can. Keeping the knee over the ankle, feeling the stretch in the left thigh. Extend our arms by our ears, looking up to the sky. Breathe in, make sure we breathe. Okay, let's come into warrior two. Remember to keep that lunge deep, looking over our fingers. Come into side angle. Keeping that lunge deep. Come on down to extended side angle. Oops. Straighten that front knee. Let's do head to toe. Take your left hand, your right hand, and surround your right foot. Both legs straight. Lead with our chest so our back doesn't round so much. Remember to breathe. Okay, let's come on. Keep those legs spread. Bring our hands to the middle, facing forward. And let's walk those hands back. Trying to reach our crown of our head to the floor. We can bring those hands through our legs. We can walk those hands to the left, twist our hips, come on down, with our head to our knee. Let's rotate and bring that right hand over. You should be able to feel that stretch on the right hand side of your body. Windmill your arms down, come back to the center. Let's come over to the right hand side. Now let's take that left arm over our shoulder. And from here, let's take our left knee, bring it to the ground. We're still in a lunge, and we're going to try some pigeon here. I really love to do some of the hip openers. So the way I suggest that we do it is bring our hands down to the ground. Our front right foot is out front. Let's take that right front foot. Let's bend the knee and come down into our pigeon pose. Try to keep your chest up as high as you can. Put a little bit of weight in your fingers. If you have it in you, you can bring that right foot and you can try to bring it out a little bit further. And make sure you don't rock too much onto that right hip. You want to try to keep your hips as squared as possible. And we can go into sleeping pigeon now by walking our hands in front of us and resting our hands with our arms crossed. And play around with it. You'll be able to feel your hip open up a little bit more if you just do a little tiny rock back and forth. Okay, let's come back up. Again, try to lead with your chest. Even look up here a little bit. Keep your shoulders down. Come out of the pose. Let's come on to our back left toes. Bend our knee a little bit. Put our hands a hand width forward. And bring that right foot back into downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Come back to downward facing dog. And this time, let's bring our left foot up to the sky, a three-legged dog. And let's bring that left foot forward now, but we're going into pigeon. So bend that knee. Again, try to keep your hips squared. Lift your chest to the sky. Keep your shoulders down. Put weight in your fingertips. Square your hips. And breathe. Okay, let's rest our head down, sleeping pigeon. Cross your hands in front of you. Lay your third eye to the ground and breathe and relax. Do a little rock back and forth here so you can really feel the stretch in your left hip. Okay, let's come back up again. Chest to the sky, shoulders back, shoulders down, breathing. Okay, let's come out of this pose. Put our hands, one hand width forward. Tuck those right toes under. Bring that left foot back, and let's come back into downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. You need to adjust your hands so they're under your shoulders. Let's attempt chaturanga again. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Let's try a lizard pose here. Let's bring that left foot to the sky. And sweep it front of the mat to the outside of your left hand. And we're going to actually scoot that left foot out a couple of feet widths apart. Really try to increase that stretch. You should be able to feel it in the front of your right thigh. And let's try to come down by bringing your right arm down onto your elbow and your left arm down onto your elbow. Scoot your foot out farther if you need to. Really helps if we do a deep, deep lunge here. Okay, let's come on up. Bring our hands Tip of your finger should be behind your left heel. Come on back. And what we're going to do here is bring our left hand to the outside of our left leg, our right hand to the outside on the other side, and let's stretch. Go onto your heel. I like to come up onto my knuckles to try to stay as straight as possible. Wherever you are in this pose is great, you're doing it. Hips are squared, shoulders are back. Come out of this pose, bring our hands down to the inside of our left leg. Bring that left foot back. Let's do a little table here for now. And we're going to do some cat-cow. Start with cow, dropping that belly to the ground, breathing in. Come into cat, breathing out, exhaling, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back into downward facing dog. Really bring that tailbone high. Stretch your arms deep, opening up in the back. Pedal it out if you need to, otherwise keep your heels on the floor. And do the other side now for lizard. Bring your right foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Sweep it forward on your mat. Bring that heel to the front of the fingertips of your right hand. Bring that left knee down. Front of the foot down onto the floor. Get your stretch as deep as possible. Keeping that right foot out as far as you need to go. And let's come down into lizard by bringing our left elbow to the ground. Now our right elbow to the ground. Really feeling the stretch through our right hip and the front of our left thigh. Breathe. You might feel a bit shaky, that's okay. Okay, let's come on up again. And let's outstretch. Well, let's take our right hand to the outside of our right leg and inch your leg forward, heel to the ground, toes up. Come up on your knuckles if you need to, that's what helps me. Chest up, shoulders down. Breathe. Okay. Let's bring that right foot back. Come into table. Let's sink back into child's pose. Okay, let's come on back up to table, and we're going to try something that I can't do well, but some of you may be able to do well. Let's bring our hands down under our shoulders. Let's bring our, we're going to start a crow position where we are up on our toes. Let's bring our heels to the ground and our feet spread on our mat. My toes are actually over the side of the mat. Let's bring our hands into prayer position, really pushing those knees open. We can also try to come up onto our toes. Breathe. And down. Remember, today is about perseverance. Let's do it. Two. Perseverance. Let's do it one more time. Two. Okay, here we go. We're going to try this. So let's bring our hands down in front of us. Maybe a hand length forward. And we're going to bring the crown of our head down to the floor. And then we're going to attempt to bring our feet up. The biggest thing about this is to try to have our hips directly over our shoulders. So let's bring our hands down. Our legs are extended in a wide stance. Bring our head down. And let's try to get those feet. If you have it in your practice to come up into a headstand, do that. I just feel great accomplishment in being able to get here. I've heard some say you can feel a meditative peace while you're doing this pose, and it does feel sort of great. Okay, let's come on back down. And come back to child pose. Okay, let's come into seated position. And now we're going to do a little bit of ab work. And we're going to do the boat pose if you're familiar with that. So let's bring our feet together, knees up. We're going to outstretch our arms. Shoulders are down, very important. And let's start to slowly come back, leading with our shoulders and our back till we feel just the right spot where we're shaking, and bring those feet up as high as you can while maintaining a V. And I'm shaking, that's absolutely normal. A lot stronger after this. Keep those shoulders down. I feel it in the front of my thighs. I feel my stomach shaking. Actually, let's do some toe touches here. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Keep going. Okay, let's bring both feet down and slowly come back down to laying down position. Okay, one thing, let's straighten that right leg, lift that left leg to the sky, grab those toes if you can. Remember to really extend that right leg. Bring your right hand outstretched to the right. Take that left leg and open up, bring it out to the left. Try to keep that right hip on the ground and your right shoulder on the ground. And let's bring that back up again. Bring your foot down. Outstretch your left leg. Bend your right knee, both arms out. And let's bring that right leg up. Grab that right toe. And keeping both sit bones on the ground, or hips. I'm going to actually have to move here. Let's extend that right leg out. Keeping your left hip on the ground, your left shoulder on the ground. Look over your left shoulder. Okay, let's bring that left leg up again. Let's actually bring both legs. This is going to be a different form of staff. Bring both legs up high. Grab those legs. Really engage your core here. Shoulders down. Okay, and let's bend those legs. Let's open up our arms and bring those legs over to the left. And let's look over our right shoulder. Should really feel this stretch along your right side. Okay, let's bring those knees up to the center. Do the opposite side, bring them down to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Back up again. Let's do a couple bridge poses here. And the way we're going to do this is I like to really make sure that I try to get my shoulder blades to touch in the back. Always keep our shoulders down. Feet hip width apart. Feet close to the bum. And let's lift up using our glutes to keep us up. Okay, let's bring our left leg out. Let's bring it up, down, right leg up, down. That was enough of that one. Okay, let's drop our bum. Let's outstretch our legs. Going into Shavasana, you can either have your hands down, you can have them up, whichever is most comfortable to you. Now is the time to be really proud of ourselves for what we've accomplished, even if it's baby steps. We know we've done the right thing. We're going to breathe. We're going to feel strong. We're going to feel at peace. We're going to give gratitude to the day. Gratitude to ourselves. Okay, let's roll over to our side. Whichever side works best for you. Let's come on up slowly. And sit in cross-legged position. Hands on our knees. Let's take those deep breaths again. In through our nose, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. So I want to read one of the Yoga Sutras. I think I absolutely love the sutras, and so I'd like to share with you one that I find to be particularly relevant to finding gratitude and ways that we can actually find happiness. And one of the ways that I feel that we can find happiness is by caring a tremendous amount about others. I think that takes away the focus from ourselves, and it benefits everybody. It benefits them, it benefits us, it benefits our community. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is the Yoga Sutras of Pantanjali, number 33. And the English version is by cultivating attitudes of friendliness toward the happy, compassion for the unhappy, delight in the virtuous, and disregard toward the wicked, the mind stuff retains its undisturbed calmness. So I hope everybody can go out there today and show their loved ones how much they love them, while still continuing to love ourselves, do no harm. So let's end today with an Om. And let's start by bringing our hands into prayer position. Third eye, your mouth, your heart. Please join me in Om. Inhale. Om. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this little journey of learning yoga. I appreciate it.